Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel. Now I'd like to start this video with a very small apology because I did say we would be taking a look at the top 3 rarest Olympic 50p's today. Now unfortunately I do appear to have misplaced my Olympic judo coin, and because I do like to have the coins on the video to show you all, it does unfortunately mean that I am going to have to put that video on the back burner just for now, but I will look to get it out for everybody as soon as I possibly am able to do so. But with that being the case, what I thought we'd do today instead is take a quick look at the absolutely beautiful 2023 JRR Tolkien commemorative £2 coin. And if we take a quick look at the coin right there, you can see what I mean. It is an absolutely stunning coin in its absolutely stylish classic beauty right there. But if we start off by taking a quick look at the specifications of the coin, we can see, as I say, the denomination is £2, issued in the United Kingdom, with an inner alloy metal of copper nickel and an outer alloy metal of nickel brass. The coin weighs 12 grams with a diameter of 28.4 millimeters. The edge inscription reads, "Not all those who wander are lost." The obverse designer is Martin Jennings, and the reverse designer is David Lawrence. The quality is brilliant uncirculated. And right here on the left hand side we can see celebrating the life and legacy of J.R.R. Tolkien. Many across the world celebrate J.R.R. Tolkien for his esteemed writing, talented poetry, and respected scholarship. In honour of his intellect and imagination, this UK £2 coin features a reverse design created by artist David Lawrence, which depicts Tolkien's unique monogram, encircled by a skillfully designed runic band. "Not all those who wander are lost," a quote taken from the poem The Riddle of Strider, which features in Tolkien's The Fellowship of the Ring, serves as the coin's edge inscription. Okay, so taking a closer look at the coin, as we say there, you can see the classic J.R.R. Tolkien motif right there with the runic design, and there is a legend around the coin which reads 1892 J.R.R. Tolkien 1973, writer, poet, scholar. And if we have a quick look at the reverse, which once again was designed by Martin Jennings, we can see the crownless depiction of King Charles III with a legend around the coin which reads Charles III, DG Rex, FD £2 2023, which of course is abbreviated Latin and would translate to Charles III, by grace of God, King and Defender of the Faith. Okay, so if we take a quick look at the literature we have with the coin, we can see the story begins. John Ronald Rowell Tolkien was born on the 3rd of January 1892 in South Africa to English parents. He spent 3 years there before his mother Mabel decided to return with him and his younger brother Hilary to Britain, where they remained permanently following the death of their father, Arthur. The three lived a quiet life in the rural village of Sarehole, England, until Tolkien gained a place at a prestigious grammar school in central Birmingham, which prompted a move to the city. A flourishing talent for languages. At King Edward VI School, Tolkien demonstrated clear academic prowess, whilst taking part in extracurricular activities such as rugby, swimming, debating and drama, and took it upon himself to learn Old English and Gothic, inventing his own languages too. Tolkien's aptitude for philology eventually earned him his place to read classics, then English, at the University of Oxford, sowing the seeds for his future career as a world-renowned philologist. Many children make up or begin to make up imaginary languages. I've been at it since I could write. Taken from a letter Tolkien wrote to Milton Wildman in 1951, published in the Letters of J.R.R. Tolkien. Okay, and we can see once again on the edge of the page there we have the classic J.R.R. Tolkien motif. Okay, so if we take a quick look at the next page, we can see it reads an accomplished scholar. In 1920, following wartime service and needing to support his young family, Tolkien secured a full-time role as a reader in English language at the University of Leeds, and later became the university's Professor of English Language. In 1925, he returned to Oxford as the Rawlinson and Bosworth Professor of Anglo-Saxon and taught Germanic philology, Gothic, Old Norse, and Old English language and literature for the next 20 years. And in the middle of the page, we can see a classic piece of art made by JRR Tolkien, showing some kind of long snake-like dragon creature. And below that, we can see it's the Hringborga Hjarta Gracefid. Now was the heart of the coiling beast stirred. Watercolour by J.R.R. Tolkien. And on the next page, we can see it reads, Inventing a Rich Mythology. Stemming from his love of languages, Tolkien created an entire mythology of enthralling tales from his invented world of Middle-earth. The Hobbit was published in 1937 and has been a permanent fixture on children's reading lists since its release. Widely regarded as the blueprint for modern fantasy fiction, the immensely popular The Lord of the Rings, which took Tolkien some 12 years to write, followed in 1954 and 1955. And on the middle of the page, we can see we have a map of Middle-earth as designed by J.R.R. Tolkien. And there on the side, it does say, Map of Wilderland drawn for The Hobbit, 1937. Okay, so on the next page, we can see yet again another beautiful watercolour painted by J.R.R. Tolkien, which shows some mountains protruding out of an ocean with what looks like a Viking longboat in the shape of a swan in the foreground. And on the next page, we can see the text reads, A talented amateur artist. Tolkien also produced poetry and paintings relating to his mythology, once expressing, I do not remember a time when I was not building it, conveying the complex history and formation of Middle-earth. The Silmarillion inspired the creation of several striking paintings in 1927 and 28. The most notable of these is perhaps Taniquetil, a work that portrays a view of the Great Mountains and its peaks, which is home to Manwë, King of the Valar. And that's the description of the painting I was describing just a little earlier. And on the other side of the page there, we can see a painting, once again in watercolour, of a beautiful tree in flower. And the final piece of text reads, A skilled poet. As well as being a philologist, writer of fiction, and amateur artist, Tolkien was a naturally gifted poet, supplementing and enriching the narrative. Much of his poetry features within his popular literary works, even inspiring some of the stories themselves. Poetry was also central to his academic career, as he translated medieval poems, including Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and wrote pieces inspired by Norse and Celtic mythology, such as The Legend of Sigurd and Gudrun and The Fall of Arthur. And right there we can see the title of the tree is Untitled Tree, actually, fully enough, in 1964. So, yeah, that's the BUNC pack in its entirety. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a lot of fun taking a closer look at this coin. It is one of my favourite £2 coins, if not my favourite £2 coin. I do love the classic stylish design, as I mentioned before. I'm a huge fan of the works of J.R.R. Tolkien anyway, and therefore this coin was a definite must-have for my collection. But definitely let me know what you think below. Is this a coin you're a fan of? Is it one you have? Is it one you'd like to have? I'd be very, very interested to know what your thoughts are of the coin. So with that being the case, that is pretty much all I've got time for you today. But I will just remind everyone that I will be doing this weekend's Stack Chat on Friday instead of Saturday, where I'll be having a very nice informal chat with a fellow creator, C.Y. Sterling. He's a really nice guy with a great channel, so if you haven't checked him out as of yet, definitely do so. But also remember to join us live as of 7 PM this Friday, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Okay, so that is me done for today. So I will leave you off by saying, until next time, as always, look after each other, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.